Available.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of the Doug House Show. We have a review for you today, and with me today is my co-host and special guest, DJ Birch.
Hey, how's it going there, Doug?
What's happening, bruh?
And all I know is we just read this awesome book. I'll tell you that
Right?
it may
Yeah,
have been hard to keep up with for a little bit, but it is worth it,
yeah,
and we'll explain more on that in a little bit
definitely, yeah.
here.
So the book we read was The Boyfriend by Freida McFadden, and if you haven't read any Freida McFadden books, if this is your first book, oh boy, I would tell you are gonna want to read more of those. Because I've read several, and this one was like, wow, it was nuts. Like he said, it's a little difficult to follow in the beginning, but so I'll tell you why. Because there's the before and then there's the present day. So the before follows Tom, and the present day follows Sydney, who are the two main characters. Then you have Gretchen, who is, oh boy, we'll tell you more about her later. Then you have Daisy, which that's an interesting plot
Daisy's
twist.
from the past, from the
Daisy from the
before,
past, yeah.
um, and
So
then because she doesn't really she doesn't come up much in the present day. They
nah,
talk about her, but then there's
yeah.
something in the present day.
There's a
So,
big plot twist, which we're not gonna reveal because
mm-mm.
no,
We
just
just got to You got to read the book.
you gotta read the book to find that out. So basically, how it starts is um basically um I think it started out with Cindy or Sydney.
Yeah, there's so many characters. There was a
Yeah,
Cindy in there too, but that was
There
towards the
was a
end of the
Cindy,
book.
yeah. But
But Sydney,
it starts out with Sydney, and I think she's what was she doing in the beginning?
she was that was when she was actually, I think, finding, like, she was trying to go out to a
Oh
restaurant and
yeah,
stuff, and there was like you know,
she
she
went
was
on this
able
date.
to,
Yeah, she went on this
yeah,
date with
she
this
went
guy
on this
Kevin.
date, and he seemed like so awesome.
Yeah,
And then
she.
that restaurant was that was kind of one of those let's get out of here,
Yeah, and then
and then he wasn't too nice to her, let's just say
nah, he
that.
wasn't too
And
nice
then
to her
one
on
of
the
the
way
other
home.
main characters found her there, but
Found her,
she
yeah.
didn't know that he was going to come up later. He was known as Mystery Man.
Mystery Man, yeah, yeah, that's right. And hint, hint, Mystery Man and that one character from the past are the same person. But so then
Yep,
you
we can
have
tell you that.
nope. Um, so then you have Tom from the past, and Tom is this dude who is
There's a high
like,
school student,
yeah, he's a high school student, and for some
middle school or
reason
high
he's
school.
really
They never
obsessed.
quite said.
Yeah, for some reason he's really obsessed with blood and uh, you know, and he's obsessed with this girl named Daisy, and then there's this other girl named Allison, and she doesn't like Tom, and she tries to convince Daisy to break up with Tom because Tom and Daisy are dating, and then there's Slug, Tom's best friend, and this dude actually eats bugs. I'm like, how can you eat bugs? Like that's like,
Ew,
ugh.
like one of those, yeah,
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, bro. So
like I may have eaten weird stuff when I was younger, but oh,
right, yeah. So so basically, so Tom um Tom has a father, and Tom's father is very, very, very mean. And one day Tom gets tired of it, and let's just say, uh, Tom's father does not end up very well in a very good situation. Mm. Um, so go back to the present with Sydney, and so Bonnie there's another character named Bonnie who ends up finding her, and um, that is who basically who helps her get away from Kevin with Mystery Man. Well, shortly after that, Bonnie is murdered. So now the police are on the hunt to try to find uh, Bonnie's killer,
The murderer,
the
yeah.
murderer, yeah. And there are several people who you think it could be, because we thought the same thing. I mean, we literally thought it could be two or three different people. Um, but the way it goes back and forth between the past and the present is really suspenseful, and it's like just when you think something really crazy is gonna happen, it switches you back or forward just at the like. It's like, oh, really? You had to switch now? Damn.
But the interesting way it did this, though, I didn't notice this quite right away, but I don't know if you noticed, but like towards the end when they were doing that, they would have something in the present day go on and then go back to
Go
show
back,
you
yeah.
what
What led up to
happened,
it? Yeah,
to show instead of like, oh, showing the past first and then following it with, oh,
yeah.
this is why this is happening today. It said it actually did it like, oh, let's let this event happen. Oh, now let's tell you what it led up to it.
And
So
before,
it's a really well put together, and I love the two narrators. There's
yeah,
two
yeah, they were
narrators in the
really good.
audiobook one of this, and they had action, inflection, and everything.
Mhm. And so before Tom's father meets his demise, basically there's another girl that's missing. I think her name was McCready. Um, I don't remember her first name, but the police question everybody. Um, and there was a guy who was supposed to meet this.
Oh, in the past?
Yeah. Mhm. Yep.
Yeah, that was Brandy.
Brandy. Yeah. Brandy.
Man,
Yeah.
Brandy was one of the first. Brandy was first.
Yeah. She went missing, and so then, um, after, so Tom and Allison are in lab one day, and she freaks out because she doesn't want to do the pig dissection, but he's cool with it, and she's just like, "Do you enjoy blood? Do you just enjoy you know, the doing anything with blood because you just seem to enjoy cutting things and just making things bleed and just taking shit apart and um he's like he's just kind of he doesn't know how to answer it and um yeah and then so after that well I'm gonna go into a little bit of details about well I can tell y'all what happened to Tom's father because it really doesn't spoil any details of the book. So basically, what happened to
Mm-mm.
Tom's father is Tom basically got ticked off because he was abusing his mom and um he got tired of it. His mom was gone to see somebody like a family member or something, and so basically Tom he's down on the floor.
Their
Tom,
uncle,
yeah, the uncle who was sick. Um,
Uncle Dave, I
Yeah,
think.
Dave. Yeah, Dave was the name. And so basically, Tom gets him down on the floor, stabs him. He's down on the floor. He stabs him in the stomach, and while he's down, he just slits his throat. I mean, just and then so
It's
slow.
like, here we go, solution.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, total solution. Like I mean, dude was gonna die anyway, but you just shortened it by slitting his fucking throat. So anywho, so then he gets Slug to help him. He's like, dude, I did a bad thing. I did something bad. And, you know, Slug didn't seem to have any problem with this at all. Like, he's just like, oh, okay. Well, I know a way we can get rid of the body. And He's like, I know where we can bury the body. He's like, throw it in the river. And Tom's like, no, we gotta bury it somewhere else. And blah 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 blah. So, um, yeah. So, um, so they go and they bury the body, and they use his mom's rug. So his mom gets home and she's like, "Oh, hey, where's my rug?" And he's like, "Oh, I spilled something on it and I had to throw it out." And she's like, "Well, I wish you hadn't have done that." And blah 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 blah. So, um, back to the present. Basically, now what's going on is now, um, Gret Gretchen is dating this dude named Randy, who is um the super at the
He's
apartment.
the maintenance
Yeah, the
person,
maintenance
kind of.
person. Yeah,
Yeah, like
and
he has access to every apartment,
yeah,
so it makes it look like he's kind
mm-hmm.
of
And he's a creep.
huh,
Yeah,
suspicious of him.
everybody thinks he's creepy. Bonnie thought he was creepy. Everybody thought that he was creepy. Well, then Sydney gets a new boyfriend, and we find out who Mystery Man is. Mystery Man is actually the older Tom. So, cause Bonnie was actually dating a doctor, and Tom is a doctor. So I think Bonnie was with Tom at one point. I don't remember if they said that or not in the book, but um,
I don't think they directly
directly said it,
said it,
yeah.
but it was
But it was
pretty
pretty much
much
hinted at, yeah.
with how it
Mhm.
connected, though,
Yeah.
and that's something they'll have to
But it's
find out
crazy.
why it connected later.
It's crazy because when Tom first met Sydney, she has this blood disease where she just like if she gets one little cut or one nosebleed, like she bleeds profusely. And every time like she bleeds, they meet every time she ends up having some kind of bleed. And like so the first time, like I said, the first time they met at this restaurant and I think she was who was she with at the time? Wasn't she with Kevin at the time?
Well, the first time they met was in front of the apartments.
Oh yeah.
Yes, he was the one
Yeah,
who,
he was Mystery Man.
and she was bleeding because of how he
How
had
he had popped
thrown
her,
her up
yeah,
against the
because
wall.
he knocked her into a wall and she hit her head. And then basically, she was with this dude. Okay, so she's on this dating app called Cinch, and so she's at this restaurant with this dude named Travis. And basically, what happens is, um, she's not really. I mean, she likes Travis at first, but then she sees Tom, and she's like, "Oh my God, it's Mystery Man," you know. And at the time, she doesn't know who Tom is. And then so basically, um, she basically figures out that that's Tom, and she's freaking out because when they meet, she has a nosebleed, and she's freaking out. She's like, "Oh, this sucks because this is the guy that I bought, the mystery guy that I liked and everything, and now he's gonna see me bleed everywhere." It's like, ugh,
But he just acted like it was
no
no
big
big
deal,
deal.
yeah.
But you know, Tom is questioned quite a bit. But if I have anything to say about the story, it may be called The Boyfriend. But as far as I'm concerned, there were quite a few so-called boyfriends
Right.
involved, including one from the past of Sydney,
Yeah.
and he takes a big part as
Mhm.
well. But I don't know. We might not want to spoil that one. Let them figure that one out.
Yeah.
There's another
Mhm.
character, the one who's questioning.
Yeah. Mhm. Uh, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this book a solid 10.
Yeah, because there was no. even if it's a challenge or confusing when reading, I still do not count as a
Mm-mm.
turnoff. It
No.
wasn't dragging on.
No, it wasn't.
I
It was
think going
really.
between the past and present,
Ooh.
if they would have waited and did it chronological, it would not have made
Oh,
sense.
it.
It just wouldn't have. It wouldn't have been the same.
No. It was a
But
really.
that's what's cool. I have never read a book like that. I don't know if you have,
No.
but I have never
I have.
read a book that went from the future to the past and back to the
Right. Yeah.
future,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
present to the past and
Not
back to
like
the
that.
present.
No. But I've read books kind of like that, but not. Uh. Not exactly like that. So, is there anything else you want to say about the book, or?
I don't think we can because we gave a lot of it,
Yeah.
and I think the rest of it,
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot more.
I think
There's
people
a
will
lot
just be
more we
really
didn't
interested to
say.
check it out
But if we were to say any more,
because we can't
yeah.
give it away.
Yeah, because we don't want to give it away, give it away, give it away now. Oh.
Talk
For those of you know what band that is,
about a rock,
yeah, rock band, yeah,
a rock influence
yeah.
there. Yeesh.
So there will be, there will be no video in this. This is all audio. This will have a background image. So for those of you who saw my video that I filmed yesterday, or yeah, yesterday for the Wizard of Oz, is the Wizard of Oz cursed? Hey, if you haven't watched that video, go back and watch it, man. That video is crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I got the inspiration for that video from another video, The Horrors of the Wizard of Oz That Will Ruin Your Childhood. That is a really good video. Um, and I might end up doing a Is the Wizard of Oz Cursed Part 2. I don't know yet, but more things to come on the channel. My tripod should be here Monday. Um, and I'll unbox that on the channel. So you'll get to see an unboxing on the channel. Episodes like this, and there may be a podcast in the works, ladies and gentlemen. I'll just say that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And of course, I'm gonna try to put music with
oh
that
yeah,
podcast. Discussions, but
music too,
music is
yeah.
one of my favorite.
And I mean, if we have,
And we'll
and
get to
see,
do
since
it with
since we'll be doing, if we read books together, I think we should probably keep them on my channel, since my channel is books and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you want to, we could put them on your on the podcast whenever it starts.
Now, how about give us both?
Yeah.
If we do both books, but then for the music-based stuff, we'll keep the podcast on mine, and then we'll be,
Yeah. Yeah.
get
That
people,
way, so if you want the music based content, you can go subscribe to his channel once we start the podcast, and we'll give you further information on that once it starts. Right now, um, as far as we know, there's nothing in the I mean, we're trying to start it right now, but right now there's no, we haven't figured out what we're gonna do. Yeah, no official release
official.
date or whatever. So once I know that, or once we both know that, we or either I will update you guys on that on this channel here. So yeah, man. But yeah, if you if you want to know about all the different videos and stuff I have on the channel, be sure to subscribe, and um, be sure to turn on all notifications so you don't miss a video from your boy and or us if we do a video like this where it's me and Dakota, my co-host, DJ Birch. But yeah, man. Hope y'all enjoyed this review. Again, The Boyfriend by Freida McFadden. And so yeah, that's it, y'all. We out this thing. Peace. Got anything you want to say, bro, before I stop?
Yeah,
I,
not really. Can't
yep.
give any more away.
Okay.
Roxanne /Cock3MP
All right.
record
We're
cock
out,
stop
ladies
button.
and gentlemen. Peace.